blowing me, bro. You killed your girlfriend on the day she was supposed to have your baby, bro.
Shazam!
Yo, bro, we got Ohio man kills pregnant baby mama and his son, then show up to the funeral. Where they do that at? Let's see what we talking about, bro.
We used to tell each other everything.
Your voice so annoying.
Yeah, I just got India.
Find a pregnant woman killed in Colerain Township early this morning. Her name is India Kinnamore.
Why this investigation is going on, why my daughter and his grandson are resting in a grave. I don't think he should see the light of day until this case is solved. The surveillance of the apartment, you can hear my child screaming every time she got shot, but not once did you hear Mr. Warren say, what the hell is going on, baby this, and you heard nothing.
I'm very unfortunate that this woman was killed and she was pregnant with his child. A child that he wanted.
Fam, I had this story in my archive to bring to you guys' attention last week, but after hearing the details when he first went to court, and I had to bring it to you guys' attention immediately after. You see, sometimes the real danger ain't in the streets. It's laying right next to you at night. And this story
Right
is living
next to
proof
you,
that
bro.
the one...
And that is so facts, bro. Your enemies, bro, be the closest motherfuckers to you. They be the closest people to you, bro. And your enemies, damn near your friends, goddamn. So, look, hold on.
Those we trust the most can be the ones plotting on our downfall. Last week, a shocking arrest was made. Headlines was made immediately after police charged a man in connection with the murder of his pregnant girlfriend. The chilling part, this wasn't just some random act of violence. This was the killing that happened inside of the comfort of their home, where love's supposed to live. But instead, it turned into a scene of a brutal crime. Not to mention this happened on a day she was set.
Getting killed by your significant other is crazy, bro. In your own crib, and you pregnant with his baby, bro.
To give birth. Can you imagine? And what makes this story even more disturbing is the way her boyfriend carried himself
What could she have done?
He
to
went on
make
social
this nigga
media
do this,
posting
bro?
about how much he missed her, as if he was grieving about his partner. But behind those words, investigators say, was a man who thought he had almost gotten away with the unthinkable, murder. Today we break down every detail of this case, from the tragic night this young woman is supposed to give birth while paying our respects, to the man authorities believe pulled the trigger. It's a reminder, as we just mentioned, that sometimes the deadliest enemies are the ones we fall asleep to at night. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember,
It's right in your face,
give
bro.
you away. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Find me, India Kinnamore. She lived in Ohio, 26 years old. She was a young mom, a loving sister, daughter, friend, and people close to her say she lit up the room everywhere she went. She was in a relationship, and the father of her kids was a man identified as Kayvon Warren, 30 years old. Back in 2023, the couple was expecting the second child together. March 4th, 2023, India was expected to have her baby. By the doctor, that was her due date. But it seems something tragic had went down on that same date that was expected to be a celebration. Hamilton County police officer.
And you kill her on the day she was supposed to have a baby, my nigga? Oh my, bro. He gotta tell us what the fuck happened. Cause this shit right here is blowing me, bro. You killed your girlfriend on the day she was supposed to have your baby, bro.
Shazam!
See, two birds, one stone.
Officers have responded to a call by a man identified as her boyfriend and her kid's father, Kayvon. He told local dispatch that someone had broken
He
into
look
their
like a
home,
good
killed his
dude,
pregnant girlfriend, and ran away. The scene of the location was on Hidden Meadows Drive off Hamilton Avenue at around 4:40 a.m. When police arrived, they found a pregnant woman, 26 years old at the time, India Kinnamore, suffering from a gunshot wound. She was pronounced deceased at the scene. May she rest in peace. A love and condolences to her family. She was expected to have another baby boy. Unfortunately, he lost his life as well. May he rest in peace, and love and condolences to the family once again. At the time, police didn't have anything to go on. They didn't make an arrest because it was not a clear motive. India was not a woman who got into altercations or trouble. And on top of that, they found it strange that she was only shot once, not robbed, and they so happens to not do nothing to the man in the house.
Find a pregnant woman killed in Colerain Township early this morning. Her name is India Kinnamore. Police say the 26-year-old was shot just before 5 this morning On Hidden Meadows Drive off Hamilton Avenue, they say Kinnamore was in the late stages of her pregnancy. The baby also died. Police have not said anything about a suspect or any arrests in the case.
A week later, still no arrest, but India family will have her funeral. In attendance was her boyfriend. No, sure. A lot of people in the family have raised eyebrows seeing him there. They wanted to know, what did he truly know? What truly happened? Nonetheless, it was a beautiful ceremony. It was bittersweet. So many.
And he came to the funeral, bro. And you was at her funeral? Bro, this like some movie shit, bro. This shit can't be real, bro.
Many people gathered to share their love for India, but unfortunately, her life was stolen. And it wasn't just a memorial for India, it was also one for her son. Now, during that same time, India boyfriend, Kayvon, he went to his Facebook and said the following: "Baby, I'm hurting bad off this one. I love y'all." And he also posted a picture with him in India. But at this point, my antennas went up, because I'm looking at these pictures, but I remember India only posting pictures of herself in this same outfit. So to know that he was also in attendance and he was the only one posting these pictures and not India lets me know that in her eyes, they were not on the same page.
Right.
And at that point, that was red flag number one for me. But I wanted to make sure I didn't overthink it. So I went on India page to see was there any pictures still floating around with her baby father, at least on her page. And after doing my research, I found none. Yet and still, that didn't stop Kayvon from continuing to post pictures with his late baby mother. Because 2 months later, he showed.
Bro, honestly, bro, she probably got caught cheating, bro. That's probably what it was, bro. But that doesn't give you no excuse to go kill that woman, bro. You could have walked out, went on about y'all life. Now y'all both living a good life. Now you in jail and your girl and son dead, bro. Now your girl and son dead, bro. All because you didn't know how to walk out.
Some more photos from that photo shoot that wasn't released to the public before him. In May of 2023, he posted a photo of him in India as he's kissing her while she was pregnant.
That's a good
and
picture,
made it
though.
his profile cover photo. Fast forward August of 2025, 2 years later, Kayvon was accused of gunning down his pregnant ex-girlfriend with 2 of his pals. Just hours before she was scheduled for induced labor, allegedly requested leave from his job before her death, which drew eyebrows from detectives. And that small but important detail wasn't released to the public until 2 years later after Kayvon was arrested. Now, according to his arrest warrant, Kayvon Warren, 30 years old, allegedly asked his employees for time off before he enlisted Robert Irvin, 20 years old, and Lamar Moore Suggs, 22, to help kill India Kinnamore on March 4, 2023. Arrested on multiple charges, which included aggravated murder for burglary, and each obtained details Thursday about Warren's indictment. According to reports, Hamilton County prosecutors say that Warren, Irvin, and Suggs allegedly staged Kinnamore's death to look like a burglary. FBI, open up! She says Warren was desperate for money and about to lose his home. While being in a relationship with another woman, Warren, who was the father of Kinnamore's unborn child, had asked her to terminate her pregnancy. She allegedly refused,
He didn't want the
choosing
baby.
to keep the child. But here's the thing, look at the pregnancy photos.
See, now, when you say that right there, now this shit's starting to make sense. So he didn't even want the baby. But he killed her on the day she was supposed to have the baby. It's some real fishy going on with this shit, and we finna get to the bottom of this.
He was there, so to manipulate her and have another relationship behind her back and still go to these photo shoots and then post them, it's like a slap
sound
in
about
his
right.
family face. Now, according to the affidavit, it was later determined that Kayvon was never at their home. When that day came, she was scheduled to be induced March 4, 2023. Warren and his alleged accomplice set up the mother-to-be while she was home with her 6-year-old son, who found her dying, according to prosecutors. Authorities also mentioned that Warren was in a group chat with others when they spoke about the meetup that night to murder Kinnamore and her unborn child before she could give birth later that day. According to police, Warren's request from work shows it was premeditated. Another noticeable detail in the report is that when officers arrived at 2369 Hidden Meadows Drive at around 4:40 a.m., Kinnamore was killed and found from her suffering gunshot wound. Her 6-year-old son stumbled upon her body and called his grandmother. Quote, "My mommy had been shot." August 21st, 2025, a press release was made that the Township Police Department had
Who
made
is
an
this?
arrest. Warren, Irvin,
Who
and
is this, bro?
Suggs had been charged with aggravated.
Alright, so boom. Take me back. So, she had another kid, I'm guessing. Because they didn't just say that was his kid. So she had another kid, and he found his mama body after her boyfriend just shot her on the day she was supposed to give birth.
Shazam!
Aggravated murder, felonious assault, and burglary. According to court records, Warren and Irvin were being held on a $600,000 bond that were set up during their arraignment last week. Now I'm gonna let you hear from Warren's attorney in court, but first, I want you to check out what India's mom had to say after an arrest was made.
The mother of a woman murdered in Corning Township is speaking out for the first time.
So India Kinnamore and her unborn child were killed in a shooting in 2023. And last week, Coleraine Township Police announced 3 people were charged in her murder.
Brittany Harry has a story you will only see right here on Fox 19 Now.
Well, India Kinnamore's mother spoke to us from here at Spring Grove Cemetery, where her daughter and unborn grandchild are both buried. Terry Kinnamore says she always knew justice would come, but wasn't sure how long it would take.
I never gave up. There was a lot of people that just thought that this case would never be solved. And I have faith in God. I know that God can do anything.
A grieving mother sits next to her daughter and unborn grandson's grave. In the beginning, Terry Kinnamore says it was hard for her to visit. Now she says it feels a little bit lighter.
Now, I'm able to come back and tell her that the people that did this to her, they have been caught and justice will be served.
Coleraine Township Police announced last week 3 people have been charged with the murder of India Kinnamore and her unborn child.
It took these 3 grown-ass men to kill a pregnant woman? Bro, y'all, if they ain't already buried y'all under the jail, they need to put y'all asses under the jail, my nigga. Y'all need to be under the motherfucking jail. It don't take no 3 grown men to kill this one pregnant lady, bro. And all y'all niggas look cracked out as fuck, bro. All y'all look cracked out, bro.
Robert Irvin, Lamar Morris Suggs, and Kayvon Warren.
I just don't know why someone would want to do something like that.
It's a
Not
cold world,
to
man.
just one person, but 2 people.
Terry says Warren is the child's father. He and India had been in a relationship for a couple of years. The other 2 suspects, Terry says she had never met.
I thought that Kayvon was a nice, upstanding gentleman. And he turned out to be a complete opposite, a monster.
Complete opposite.
Because only a monster would do something like this.
The shooting happened at an apartment.
Bro, that's why you never judge a book by its cover, bro. It could be the nicest looking. Damn, what is the name of that show, bro? I can't think of you. Nah, not you. But anyways, this dude named Joe. And if you don't watch the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about, bro. He done murdered all these women, bro. But he look like the nicest person on earth, bro. And you could look like the meanest motherfucker on earth, but won't kill a fly. Won't kill a motherfucking fly. It's just, bro, you can't never judge no book by its cover, bro.
A complex on Hidden Meadows Drive, according to Coleraine Police, but a motive is still unknown. Kinnamore, Terry says, was due to deliver baby Kyron within hours of being killed.
She couldn't wait to have him and to meet him and hold him, and she never got that chance. And he never got that chance to feel his mother's arms around him and to hear, "I love you."
Terry says Warren's lack of concern about the status of the investigation was always a red flag.
And to come and find out that you had something to do with it, that's a slap in the face. That's a slap in the face. You never really cared. You couldn't have cared.
Well, Terry says that her daughter was always willing to help someone. She described her as fun-spirited and funny, and
his own son, or plotted to kill his own son. He's been out for 2 years while this investigation is going on, while my daughter and his grandson are resting in a grave. I don't think he should see the light of day until this case is solved.
He shouldn't.
An unexpected discovery in the 2023 murder case of a Coleraine woman and her unborn child. Police have charged 3 people with murder, one of whom was the father of that unborn child. They were in court today, and so is our Brenda Ordonez, who joins us live.
Or was he the father, bro? Or was he the father? Boom. He could have found out that day he wasn't the father. But to kill her, I don't know. This shit right here is crazy, bro. This shit is wicked.
Rob, yeah, bond hearings, they usually happen pretty quickly. This one took a bit longer. Prosecutors talked case details. They even allowed the victim's mother, who we just heard, recount how it is that she found out her daughter and unborn grandson had been murdered.
Her child was 6 years old when this murder happened, and he was in the house. I got the phone call from my grandson to say, my mommy has been shot. Somebody is in our house shooting, and my mommy is screaming.
March 4th, 2023, a day Terry Kinamore will never forget. Her 26-year-old pregnant daughter, India, killed in her home. Terry says India's partner and the father of her unborn child, Kayvon Warren, were together when it happened.
From the surveillance of the apartment, you can hear my child screaming every time she got shot, but not once did you hear Mr. Warren say, what the hell is going on? Baby, this, you heard nothing.
Prosecutors say a complex investigation yielded cell phone records and location evidence pointing to Warren, Robert Irvin, and the alleged gunman Lamar Morris Suggs orchestrating.
So where do these other two niggas come in at? We ain't heard them coming in the house or doing that. So what part do they play in all of this? Cause from right now, what I'm getting, it's only her boyfriend who did all the bad shit, all the work. So where do these niggas play
the murder?
At some point, the evidence that has been
they might
uncovered
get away
was that he wanted her to terminate that pregnancy. Ms. Kennebrew was scheduled to be induced the same morning as the murder.
It's very unfortunate that this woman was killed and she was pregnant with his child. A child that he wanted.
Warren's defense attorney, Clyde Bennett.
They just said he didn't want the child. He wanted to abort the child. Did they not just say that? This gotta be a public attorney, bro. Ain't no way this no paid lawyer, bro.
Asked for a reasonable
no
bond,
way.
saying Warren has a full-time job, no criminal history,
What that mean?
and has not fled the city despite knowing he was under investigation for the last 2 years.
Someone willing to engage in this level of violence against people that they really care about, love, and with this level of cruelty makes us believe that if he is out, the rest of us wouldn't stand a chance.
Warren was issued a $600,000 bond for the 2 murder charges he's facing, similar to his co-defendant Robert Irvin. Here's his defense attorney.
The only tie that he has with this case is from some messages that apparently have the 2 co-defendants in and allegedly have Mr. Irvin. So he finds himself in a guilty by association.
But like he done got beat up. His shirt all pulled down. He looked scared, shivering. They know they fucked up.
Situation here.
Prosecutors say evidence shows Irvin parked near the murder and was communicating with his co-defendants in the hours leading up to it.
Conspiring to come up with this plan to kill Ms. Kennebrew and her unborn child.
Now, last week after the news, India's sister went to Facebook and said the following. It's been 2.5 years of hurt, headache, questions, and grieving. It felt like we live in March 4th, 2023 all over again. I can't even begin to put into words how I feel. So many emotions running through me at once. Knowing my sister was so spiritually inclined and had one of the strongest relationships with T and H. I knew she wasn't going to rest or settle until the truth came to light. Her spirit was moving around so much, showing all of the ones close to her signs, and giving us hope that she would get justice no matter how long it took. For it to be someone so close, to have something to do with it is sick. We accepted you. We trusted you with India, and you did this. You didn't have to be around. You could have let my sister and nephew live their life, and you could have went about your way. I always knew and said the stories kept changing and didn't make sense. My spirit couldn't get right. For someone to do this to the mother of their unborn child is evil as fuck. I hope you get everything you deserve. You wore a mask for 2.5 years, and you still couldn't hide your true self. That guilt was really eating you alive, and to think you got away with it is even crazier. TMH don't play about his children, and India was literally a child of God in the purest form. I can't believe you did that to my sister. Rest easy now, sissy. We're going to get your justice. It's heartbreaking that this story is crazy, but true. And at the end of the day, fam, the story is one of the darkest reminders of all, man. You can share a bed, a child, and even love with someone, and still not know who they really are behind closed doors.
Man, bro. Hey, make sure y'all watch Who Y'all Tell Y'all Love, bro. Because I'm telling you, bro, it's the ones you think that ain't gonna do you like that. That's gonna be the first motherfucker to do you like that, bro. The person you think is close to you, they will backdoor you, bro. Quick, bro. Hey, y'all stay safe, man.